Prologue, Chapter 6, Day 5, Evening. Dear Mr. Goth, I don't know why I continue to write you. You haven't responded to the first post, so surely you must be dead. On the other hand, none of my letters have been returned, so what's another stamp? I'm so excited I could burst. Since my last letter, I have made my first friends in town. Asnath Waite lives directly across from me with her father. Do you know her? Pardon me, what a silly question. She moved here just this year. From the moment I unwrapped her housewarming gift, a rare autographed copy of the Sandwich Horror, I knew we were kindred spirits. She too suspects that the townsfolk are hiding something. We met for luncheon at the wobbly mizzenmast. Asnath said that she had heard about the Waitleys too. She said that no one told her anything. What had the Waitleys done to become anathema to everyone in town? Why was the church open every day but Sunday? Why did no one know who J. Kerwin was, despite the library being dedicated to his memory? Even Kerwin Derleth, the owner of the public house, would not say. Asnath and I are determined to unravel these mysteries, although there isn't much time. She will be attending Smithsonian University in a matter of weeks. If we are to uncover the answers to these questions, we must do so shortly. Cordially, Bliss Wollstonecraft. Dear Mr. Goth, Asnath and I devised a plan at luncheon the other day. After Mrs. Prynne leaves at 6 p.m., we would look for clues in the town records kept on the second and third floors. We decided that we would work on one question at a time. Asnath suggested that we should begin our search with the person who was likely the most influential, and therefore with the most documentation, J. Kerwin. In a few short nights, we came up with the following. J. Kerwin was one Joseph Kerwin, the captain of a merchant vessel called the Mary Red Crest. In 1699, a storm blew the ship off course. One account, given by First Mate Augustus Derleth, says, "There was a great lightness in the heavens, then a great darkness that lasted till the morning. I knew not where I was landed, but was thankful I had not been dashed upon yonder reef, like so many sailors." Kerwin was one of the few to survive the wreckage. As you are well aware, Newcrest is several miles upstream from the ocean, and the surrounding hills provide ample protection from the elements. By all accounts, Kerwin was a learned, prodigious man. He was mentally gifted like yourself. Recalling that ancients saw similar features in Monte Vista, he decided that the site would be a great place for a port. The captain used his savings to build what was then known as the Mizzen upon a Newcrest Inn, named for the mast that broke off in the tempest. One can still see it today. It's the column in the center of the dining hall. In fact, many of the timbers used in the construction come from the flotsam that floated ashore after the wreckage. According to old business ledgers, construction cost 9,000 simoles. In 1704, he left. We can find no apparent reason. Perhaps some latent isolative tendencies got the better of him. We do not know much about him, save a physical description. Most who knew him would put his age as somewhere between 30 and 35. He had sandy-colored hair and a crescent-shaped or oblong mark above his eyebrow. Witnesses swear he was a native Englishman, based on his accent and mannerisms. Asnath and I concede that this is highly probable, but we cannot be sure. We do not know anything about his life before 1699. We do not know what became of him after 1704. The library was completed on April 13th, 1771. It was dedicated in his honor. Although much of my curiosity has been sated, one question eludes me like the fruit eludes Tantalus. What happened to the library's blueprints? Dear Miss Wollstonecraft, see attachments. P.S. asked Mrs. Prynne. Sincerely, Alexander Goff.